Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Zombies Love Bacon podcast, episode 9, season 2. We are still going. We all recovered from our HSPs or ABs or whatever the hell they call them. It's been a busy week for I think a lot of us. Speaking of us, Shelby's back.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Who was here last week?
I was here.
No, I was waiting for that. I'm always here.
I am always here.
And Vince is also here.
I'm alive. Hello.
And very happy not to be eating cheese.
Yeah. Fuck.
But he is hungover this time, so.
Cheese will help with that hangover.
Yeah, you know, it helps with hangover, bro, when people listen to my music.
God damn, man. You need like a publicist or something. You can't just fucking be like, hey, yo, man, you've got the time? Have you listened to my fucking music?
That's why I have you, bro. That's why I come when you stream. It's just tell everyone to stream, mate.
Yeah, man. Mo, don't worry, on Spotify and all major listening music platforms. I don't know.
Oh, what a guy.
Every one of them.
What a guy.
I mean, you said you're hungover. What's the hangover cure for you? Like,
honestly, I just got a fucking fat heart attack box before.
Yeah, right.
So I smashed that, and now I just fucking. Probably my best hangover cure is like a can of V and just lay in bed and not move.
I'm very scientific about my hangover cures. So before I drink, I take vitamin B supplements. Then after I drink, I take more vitamin D supplements.
Oh my
then
God.
In the morning, I take another one because alcohol going through your body actually kills the vitamin B that's stored in your body because it's not a fat soluble vitamin, it's a water soluble vitamin. So you take vitamin B to replenish your body supplies. You feel a lot better. And then I take a little bit of Panadol, have some water, and usually I try to eat something decent. So
Hashtag science.
Hashtag nerd.
It does. It 100% works. Okay, don't sneeze on it. But that's how I survived PAX.
I have McDonald's. That's it.
Mac is hectic. Look, if you have 1 cup of water in between every drink you have, no hangover, guaranteed.
Yeah, but drunk
who
me
wants to drink
doesn't
water?
care. Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. All right, that's
sober ilati doesn't really drink water.
Drunk me is just sitting at the bar going, "This is sober's problem later. Fucking let's go shots." Did someone say shots?
Shots. Fuck! Please don't say that word, bro. PTSD.
Does someone say large, flowery, girly drink with like 80% alcohol? Sure, why not? Let's go.
Yeah, you do like
the straw.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
fruity cocktails, don't you?
I'll drink it in then. I'm not fussed.
Come.
I think no, fuck off. I think the drunk. I remember the one time that I went, fuck. I don't even know if I like this shit. Was drinking Sambuca, like just straight Sambuca one night. I'm just
you light it on fire?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that's cracker.
And it's like, I was out with a bunch of fucking Greeks, and they insisted on Sambuca. And I'm like, all right, we're doing it your way. But I remember we were out. This is a true story. We were out. There's a bunch of guys from work. They were like sales reps, and this was a while ago. And they're all these old Greek guys, and they all, they know everyone in the industry and stuff like that. So that's what they don't actually do any work. It's just that they're selling all their shit to their cousins and their uncles and stuff, right?
Fucking enough. Now we're talking.
They're like, all right, let's go. We're going out for dinner. And I'm like, oh man, I haven't got a lot of cash. Whatever. He's like, we'll pay. It's good. And I'm like, okay, all right. And we went out to dinner. And it was this fucking steak restaurant, and I had a steak that I kid you not costed $120. It was the best steak of my life, but I was also looking at that. If I had $120, I could go do my groceries and not live in poverty for the week. But then they're like, "Oh, let's kick on." And I'm like, "Okay, where are we going?" And we went to the fucking, I think it was like Moonee Valley or something. We went to horse racing, and then they just it wasn't a plan or anything, just rocked up. They're playing bets and stuff like that. And then that started to wrap up. And then they're like, let's kick on. I'm like, fuck, where are we going now? We'll go to Crown Casino. We're drinking we're up on some bar there drinking Sambuca and fucking getting absolutely hammered. And they're like, let's go play the pokies. I'm like, oh man, look, I got to work in the morning. I can't do this, And he's like, yeah, you can. And then I reckon I was there for like an hour, and then I saw an opportunity when they were all just busy, and I just fucking legged it because they weren't letting me go home. I just went home. Went to sleep, got up, went to work, and I was at work, and it was Sunday, because I used to work Sundays, and it was like 11, 12 o'clock in the day, around noon. Get a phone call on my phone. I'm like, fuck's calling me? And anyway, it was my mate. I'm like, oh, he's probably ringing to see where I was last night. I answered, and he goes, hey, mate, where are you? I'm like, at work. Why? He's like, oh, You're not here at the casino still. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
They were still
I'm like, how are these, like, the average age of like 60 are still partying harder than I am?
That's a little something we call cocaine.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what these guys get up to. It wouldn't surprise me. They wouldn't
definitely
surprise
some
me.
chemical assistance there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't keep up with them. Crazy. But
I felt the exact same yesterday. I got my 18-year-old. I brought a friend with me yesterday to his 18, like to my cousin's 18, and she brought a bottle of alcohol, and she was just pouring him shots the entire night, and we're having shots all together, and she's like double shotting him, triple shotting him, and the cunt's 18 years old, and he's just drinking and drinking. And after my fourth one, I was fucked, bro. I couldn't see in front of me, and this little fucking cunt, he's had like 5 bottles, and he's still going, bro. These youngins now, they're
metabolism, man. Oh,
crazy. These
They have
little
to be
kids
alive.
are fucking loose cannons.
I have a question. All right, you just made me. I just had like this fucking flashback, and I'll explain in a sec why. But what was your 18th birthday like? Like, what did you do
Mine?
for your 18th? Yeah,
I went to the strip club.
you went to the strip club.
Yeah, like legally went to. I went before I was 18 to the strip club, but I legally went to the strip club when I was 18.
I'm trying to get on a list. All right, man.
Bro, there's no list for me to get on, and if I'm on it, they should check it twice.
So what? You and your boys went down to the club, or you went down by yourself?
No, my mates.
With your mate.
That's the tradition here. Every single one of us that turns 18 or turned 18, straight to Sefton. Like, that's the number one rule, bro. Like, my cousins just turned 18. Next week, we're taking him to Sefton.
Okay, so for your cousins, you had a party yesterday, strip club next week, yeah? That's the plan?
Yeah, we were supposed to go on Friday, but I went to the footy. So,
Yeah. Fair.
you know, footy's more important than fucking.
All right, so that, you know what? That's a very manly answer. All right, so I appreciate
Well, what are you
that.
going to think?
No. We'll get to this in a second, all right? So
I mean, look, on the day of my 18th, I was in bed all day. I didn't go in.
no, but like,
Stayed
how
up.
do you celebrate your 18th? Is the question, really? You know,
Strip club.
Shelby, your 18th. How
I can't really remember it, actually. I don't think it was anything monumental.
did you celebrate your 18th?
I think we probably went out to dinner with all my
family
friends.
or friends?
No, just with friends, I
Okay.
think. And my boyfriend at the time. So it would have been
Ooh.
organized by him.
Sounds,
Oh, yeah, and they made me a Minecraft cake.
That's hectic.
that's hectic. All right, cool.
That's
All right.
cracker.
Man, I've been really consistent all my life, apparently.
Yeah. I
fucking
mean, was that during your Minecraft YouTube days? Is that
Yes.
before or after?
Wait,
Minecraft YouTube days, I got something to look up there.
there's not much evidence of it.
Just how to
anymore,
build a
but,
treehouse.
it's not a tree house, how to build a fucking tree. Tutorial. Get it right. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't really do much. I was already drinking before I was 18, so I didn't really have like a first drink kind of moment.
Alcoholic.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a fucking alcoholic, man.
It's just an Australian thing.
It's
I
like
think that
cruises
everyone's
and
accepted that at this point.
yeah,
hard.
it's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing interesting. I'm sorry.
So for my 18th, because I lived out on a farm, and we didn't want to trash the house, but I wanted to throw a house party. So we had a house party just outside. You know, we're on the farm. You know, whatever. And I set up a massive TV and like couch and shit outside, and we played SingStar and got wasted. And that was
Fuck, y'all had SingStar 40 years ago?
Shut up, dickhead. But I remember it's all fine. It's, you know, looking back at it, it's a bit cringe just to fucking, you know, play SingStar.
It's still pretty cool. Like,
But the thing that I remember was that because everyone's 18 or thereabouts, and everyone's getting hammered, very hammered, and people just started wandering off because like it's a big plot of property and we're like next to a national park and stuff like that, and we literally started losing drunks into the wilderness. We had to go find them. And you usually find them they've just wandered off in a direction a couple hundred meters and then just sat down in the dirt somewhere, and you'd pick them up and carry them back.
did you lose anyone for the whole night?
Well, I was drunk, so I lost track of everything that was going on. But I think I got lost at one point. I don't know. It was good. It was a good night. It was fun. But yeah, I 18ths are always like, I went to a lot of 18ths. I suppose when you grow up in a small town, everyone sort of knows everyone. So like everyone knows when someone's having a party. So I went to a number of 18th parties. I was definitely not a cool kid. I mean, I think my group of friends in the in high school were called the retards. So that's just what everyone called us. So we were very popular. Fuck them, by the way. And but I definitely went to a few parties, and some of them were like lame as shit. And then other ones, it was just like, I don't know, just like hookups and parties and stuff like that. But mine had SingStar, so.
Exactly. Did y'all do anything for your 21st?
Wait, hold on. I just went back on my Facebook through history because
you can't even remember it that much?
I used to post a lot on Facebook, and I mean, like, every single thought that came into my brain, I put it on Facebook. It was really embarrassing. So they have a filter thing now. So I went all the way back to 2012, which is when I turned 18. And I didn't even go out for dinner. I had tacos at home. So
we're gonna have a minute silence for Shelby's eating.
And then I was writing about Minecraft on Facebook about that time as well. So
I have my my Facebook data downloaded from before I deactivated Facebook in like fucking 2015. So I'm gonna go through it now. How old am I now?
I don't
28. Know. So 10 years ago. So I got to go to 2012 as well.
I actually, all right.
Time to go to 2012. Yeah, fucking up. I'm going straight through this.
I just had a fucking flashback, and it's not a good one. It's like now I remember why I suppressed these memories. So the thing was, whenever we got drunk and had parties and stuff like that, I'd had the video camera out, so it would make videos and movies and stuff like that. There's some fucking great footage that we burnt. Like, we actually put it in a fire and burnt it forever because it was just incriminating. Anyway, I remember on my 18th, we did something. We got very drunk, and it was like fucking 4 a.m. or something like that. And two of my friends got so drunk. They made a morning show. They made Sunrise, where one of them was playing Melissa Doyle and the other one was playing Koshi. But they were just hammered and just talking absolute filth. And we recorded the whole thing, and we're running around the fucking. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but I just remember that we destroyed the footage immediately after we watched it the next day. So, yeah, that was before smartphones. Thank God.
Yeah, smartphones. I literally posted on March 2nd, so a day before my birthday. Then I posted on March 4th, so I have no idea what the fuck I done on the day of my 18th.
So
I also see here, I posted, I am Zayn Malik, and I checked in for some reason in Uganda on the 6th of March.
Oh, wow, you moving.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do for your 21st?
Why? Do you want to save yours to last? Is it the best?
Mine's actually really depressing. So go.
Strip club.
Hey, at least he's consistent. Did you do it for your 20th as well? Or?
Yeah, 20th. I think until 23, and then I realized, like, fuck, I gotta stop being...
Expensive birthday.
Start taking the youngins there.
I was living in Melbourne, but I made the trip back to Mildura, where all my family and friends were still. Everyone was there, and I went to the Working Man's Club. It was like the old man's club. It's actually probably well my speed these days. But yeah, just had everyone. You know, drinks, fucking dinner. Dancing, shit like that. And then I remember after that we kicked on and went to the Irish pub, and I don't remember much else of what happened that night at all. Yeah, no, I don't remember at all. That's it. That's all I remember. There is a video which I didn't burn because it's not incriminating. But it's fine. It's very wholesome. Happy times. Good times back then. Great times.
Bro, what the fuck is wrong with me? I'm going through my shit from 2009.
There's a reason
my first post says, no, Bat Lab. Then it says, Revenge is coming, 26th of the 6th, 09.
Oh, no.
And then my next one is, I'm going to kill someone because of my scummy Year 10 uniform.
Yep.
Then there's one here that got me suspended from school where I said, I'm going to blow up my school. And I got suspended.
And on the list...
Oh, fucking hell, I'm a sad cunt.
Mate, that's the definition of angst.
Look at this. Vince Asaf is finally mature.
Oh, what the hell was that? What happened?
March 3rd, 2009. So that's 18, 17, 14 years old?
Perfect. What a mature man. What a man. Anyway, Shelby, 21st. Don't hold back.
All right, everyone. It's very sad. So I had flown to New Zealand on the 9th because my birthday's on the 11th of October, and I was dating somebody at the time, and I was actually flying to meet him for the first time. First red flag mistake. Don't do that. Never do that. So I flew over there, and on the 11th we went and got pizza, but immediately afterwards I got completely ignored for the rest of the evening once we got home, to a point where I just drank duty-free vodka and cried in a corner while he played Arma 3. So
All right.
depressing. That
is pretty
relationship did not last. So
I wonder why. How many red flags were there?
Well, the red flags was there was many. The whole thing about Arma 3 was obsessed with it at the time. Like he's a changed person now, but he also said he was doing exams at the same time and didn't study at all, didn't even try, and then wondered, why he didn't pass. He also told me that I could play on his computer, but if he was still asleep. So I was playing games on his computer because he was sleeping into like 3 p.m. every day. And then he would just get up and stare at me and wait for me to get off the computer as if I was doing the wrong thing. Consistently just, even when I tried to put in like effort and like look really nice and like put on lingerie, I got completely ignored until it just for Arma 3. So it's just, yeah.
Getting more depressing by the second.
It was extremely depressing. So on my birthday, I was sitting on the bed crying, drinking vodka, and then I just got pissed and started pelting him with jelly beans across the room, and then basically went to bed. So duty-free vodka, though,
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, but look, it was definitely a teachable moment.
Oh, really? Was the teachable moment that there was maybe red flags before you got to New Zealand?
100%. I was extremely bad at spotting people's red flags back in the day. Definitely a lot better now. And one of Ilati's red flags is eating cheese in bed.
Fuck off.
Speaking of cheese, I don't have to eat my cheese because I didn't get 100 monthly listeners, so y'all can get...
Speaking of cheese... Shelby called me out for cheese in the last episode, thinking that there was going to be this great moment when everyone gathers their torches and pitchforks and hunt me down for eating sliced cheese as a midnight snack. And everyone agrees with me. It's a great midnight snack. It's a fucking fantastic midnight snack.
But the point is that you're doing it in bed.
I'll do a lot of things in bed,
If I ate cheese, I would do the same thing.
Fucking oath.
No, this is your red flag.
Look, it could be worse. I could be fucking what? I could be eating Cadbury flakes in bed, getting those crumbs in there. You just melted chocolate in the sheets. No, I'm eating plastic cheese, which is questionably not even cheese, and it doesn't have a single crumb. It just goes straight down the gullet, and it's great.
Straight down the gullet.
Straight down the gullet.
The gulps McGee.
I guess it could be worse. You could be obsessed with Arma 3, so at least...
Fuck Arma 3. I hate Arma. Oh man, I played Arma like once, and I'm like, game's meant to be fun, and then uninstall it.
Yes, exactly.
So
so don't eat plastic cheese and don't fly internationally and meet a long distance person.
I just legally downloaded Red Dead Redemption 2 in 25 minutes.
Yeah, cool.
All right, pirate.
Yeah, but in terms of like the moral of the story is, don't do what Shelby did.
Yeah,
that's bad.
Definitely don't do it. Don't ever do that for anyone.
And if you enjoy a midnight snack, don't be ashamed of it. Fucking do it. Yeah, get in there.
Just fucking Bob's your uncle, mate.
At least the pizza I ate that day was good.
What? Oh, okay.
It was the broccoli pizza that I keep thinking.
Yeah, okay. Not many people fly to New Zealand and go, well, pizza was good.
Yeah, it was good. I'm just saying a fact.
I mean, if I fly to New Zealand, I'm going to see every mountain ever made there.
Yeah, same. And I want to jump off some of them even. Let's fucking go.
Do a backflip and film it.
Yeah, man. I'll be tied to a rope or something. Or have a parachute.
No, don't do it without a rope.
No!
Why? It's good, bro. Trust me. Trailer.
Fucking hell. Anyway, it is what it is. Look, I've been to many birthdays and stuff over the years, and as much as has been an ongoing joke that my birthday is kind of cursed in a way where it just never quite works for a very long time. I remember one. This is my ex. I organized a birthday party for her. I went pretty hard for it too. We went and I went to our local bar. I had a rooftop bar, and they're like, dude, if you bring X amount of people and they spend X amount of money, you basically can have the venue for free. And I'm like, cool. And so invited all these people, friends of friends, family, everyone all going to come. We're going to have a wild night. We've got an entire bar to ourselves. Going to get fucking hammered. Got my mate to DJ for it. He came up and buddy made a playlist and shit. And then like reorganized it, get pizzas delivered to it and all that sort of stuff. So we rocked up about an hour before, got everything set up. We're having some drinks and stuff like that. And, you know, early people rocked up and whatever else. And just having, you know, just getting a bit of pre-gaming, except she pre-gamed a little too hard and she was wasted before the party had even begun. And then she just sort of left and she was gone. And I'm like, oh. So then all these people rocking up for this party, they're like, where's the guest of honor? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. It's so then
Did you find her eventually?
So like an hour later, and a phone call from a mate. It's like, why is so at this pizza place down the road? And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I'm like, she's out the front of this pizza place having pizza. I'm like, oh my God. So I got her, brought her back to the party. But by the time I brought her back to the party, people were leaving the party, right? And they're like, oh, we got to go. You know, we've got stuff on, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, that's cool. No worries. No, it's all good. And then it sort of just died in the ass, which meant that I had to fork out extra cash and pay for the venue because no one hanged around long enough, really. And then I'm like, packed everything up. And then as we're walking home, all the people that left the party because they had stuff on were at this other bar. Like, they just went somewhere else because it was so late. But that was a good try.
Thought that counts.
Oh man, it's fucking it sucks. It sucked, but it's a nice bar. It was a good idea. It didn't quite pay out.
Good idea in theory.
Good idea in theory.
In retrospect, as well. So.
Exactly. But it's fun. It's fun. I mean, it's, you know, there's always more birthdays. Everyone's getting older. Maybe I'll just go to the strip club next time.
Yeah, let's go. We'll go for my birthday.
Yeah, all right. When's your birthday?
Whenever you want it to be. But... today. Shelby, you want to come?
You can only go to a strip club if I can come.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, I want to see movies too.
Oh, well, no, we're going to a male strip club.
Yeah, we're going to a blokes club.
Blokes on blokes.
Yeah, I want to see some helicopter dicks.
Yeah, okay, all right.
I think that's a sign for us to get cancelled.
Yeah, all right. That was it, guys. That was the last episode ever.
I'm just equally appreciative of both men and women. So, you know, I don't mind where we go. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it's I mean, I've only been to the strip club like twice, I think. And
I've never
listen,
been.
bro. When Shelby gets off, you can tell me how many times you've really been.
It's twice.
Heaps of, bro.
I've told
maybe
Shelby
twice in one day.
I know about him being a strip club.
Yeah. That was the time that I couldn't leave because they just conveniently had everything I needed at the strip club, and I was like, man, I'm hungry. They're like, well, we've got a kitchen. We serve food. I'm like, you probably don't serve like parmas and stuff. And they're like, no, we do. I'm like, all right, guess I will have a parma. And then she's like, yeah, but I'm up on the main stage soon, so you're going to come watch me on the main stage. I'm like, oh, when am I going to eat my food? She's like, you can eat it at the main stage. So I was sitting at the main stage eating a parma.
So you're on, Brad. That's goals right there.
Oh man, that was a fucking. I don't even know what happened that night. That was part of a 3-day bender of a Bucks party, and I think I saw the Buck for like a few hours in 3 days.
The Buck?
Yeah, Bucks party.
Is that what they call the guy? The Buck?
Yeah, man.
That's hectic.
You not been to a Bucks party?
I've been to many Bucks parties.
Oh yeah,
I've
strip
never
clubs?
been to like a bachelorette or anything like that.
Comment. No strip club. Actually, surprisingly, not one Bucks night has been at a strip club.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this one was at many strip clubs. Well, it was a strip club. Then there was like we went to a place for dinner, and it's the most weirdest thing. But we went to Snits and Tits.
Bro, where's that? I want to go there right now.
Which is exactly what it sounds like, but it's kind of uncomfortable in the sense of like it's just like this massive room with these huge long tables that sits like 30 blokes in long tables, just this room full of it. So there'll be 100 blokes in there, but then there'll be three fucking servers with their tits out walking around serving you snitties. That was it, and I'm just like, this is fucking weird.
That's hectic.
But it was an interesting experience. I think from that whole 3 day, I don't want to go into crazy details of it the thing. But one of the best things we did is we went to this German bar. I think it was I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, but you get steins, right? So you get the big mugs that hold like a liter of beer, right? and then I think we had pork schnitzels. Those schnitzels just seem to be a theme at the moment. And so again, it's like imagine it's like a big barn, and there's these huge benches, and everyone's eating meat and chips and steins of beer. And then these guys come in, like these German guys come in, and they start playing this fucking tune. Everyone's singing along and stuff like that. And then it's fucking just people started getting up on the fucking tables, and they're dancing, and they're kicking shit over. And then people are smacking their steins way too hard against each other, and there's beer raining everywhere. The whole place just turned into a fucking, I don't know. It's just it's just like a bunch of animals. And it was the most fun I'd ever had. I was just fucking dancing around and just getting absolutely hammered, and I had no idea how I was paying for anything or anything like that. I just didn't give a fuck. Just beer. It was just beer and meat everywhere, and it was great. It was better than the strip club. Strip clubs are expensive. This was just testosterone.
I'm now hungry again.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of hungry too, and I just ate as well. But anyway,
When you have pasta for breakfast, delicious.
I like, yeah, but I've only been on it like $3 or $4 nights, I think, and they're all about the same. They all end up about the same. Actually, no, I lie. Every single time something stupid has happened.
Oh, there you go. There's another one. So,
Yeah. It's because I know we talked about. Did we talk about the Adelaide the bull thing?
We've talked about that a few times.
Yeah. With the mechanical bull where the person got their teeth knocked out on the mechanical bull. That was a bucks night.
Yeah, I remember that.
So I don't know. It's maybe who knows? Maybe one day I'll have a bucks night, and then Vince will take me to strip club.
yeah, come.
But if it's a bucks night, Shelby can't come. So
yeah,
Well, then I'll just go to a different strip club.
wow.
The Bachelor.
No.
What do you mean?
No.
No.
Yeah, Vince has to go with yours as well.
No.
Why no?
No.
Why?
No.
No.
No, I like at some point because obviously going forward and try to lose weight and things like that. One of the things that I'd like to do after that is take burlesque classes. So, maybe at some point I'll be the stripper.
Wait, you want to do burlesque or you want to do pole dancing or?
I have friends who do burlesque classes, like classic burlesque, and that's something I'm interested in.
Okay. I know people that do what's the the one that's it's not pole dancing, but it's like the aerial. They use like the fabric.
Aerial silks?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
that stuff is cool too. I just think it's a very fun sort of way to stay fit.
Yeah, well, definitely. I mean, what I will say from friends who do that is they have muscles on muscles doing that shit
For days.
it's,
Muscles.
Yeah, I like that the classic burlesque stuff is because I have my aesthetic is part vintage. I love vintage things and Moulin Rouge is my favorite movie, so that sort of burlesque stuff is cool. I think really cool. So yeah. There's a lot of that's really normalized these days, like pole fitness classes and stuff like that. There's a lot of them around here as well.
There sure is. Yep.
I know a lot of people who do pole fitness, but I
Actually,
don't think I'll ever
of
have the arm strength to go upside down on a pole.
No, it's easy once you get the hang of it.
I have stupid arms. I have repetitive strain injuries in both my arms. So it's never happening. So I think burlesque is probably
I would say never.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually have a lyric in my song where I say I strip like Moulin Rouge, so I'll wife it and I'll dash.
That's my favorite movie.
Good movie.
You just said that already.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
She really wants to tell everyone about how.
I can talk about it for hours. Ewan McGregor in that movie is just it's so good.
My favorite movie of all time is The Zohan.
Zohan. Yeah, okay.
And
Way to stay on brand, man.
And Borat. Right, you got to represent,
You know what's been stuck in my head for the last week, and it's Zohan related, is Fizzy Bubbler.
Fizzy Bubbler?
Fizzy Bubbler has been stuck in my head.
Okay. Fizzy Bubbler.
Why is it stuck in your head?
I don't know. I've been getting drinks out of the cupboard and stuff like that.
Going Fizzy Bubbler.
Yeah, my brain just goes Fizzy Bubbler. I'm
Fizzy
surprised
Bubbler.
you haven't heard it. I've been mumbling it to myself.
Fizzy Bubbler.
So,
lots of things to yourself.
I know, I do. But yeah, Fizzy Bubbler has been stuck in my
Fizzy
head.
Bubbler.
I still don't know why.
Still don't know why.
What's your
I'd
favorite
love to
movie,
try
Ilati?
it one day.
Yeah, I don't know. So many, there's so many movies that I could just like watch all the time. Like we watched Starship Troopers the other day, and that's definitely up there. It's probably one of my most watched movies. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. The Starship Troopers still holds up. That still slaps. Fucking, I don't know how old that movie is, but it still looks and is a good movie all the way through. Yeah, Shelby watched it for the first time.
I did. It was good. You've been making
after
me
I've been like threatening to make you watch it for fucking ever.
Yeah,
threatening, huh?
Yeah, I'll be like, come on, let's watch Starship. Nah, not tonight. I don't want. Wait, no, watch it. So I just put it on, and then you said, "Are we watching Starship Troopers?" And I said, "No, I'm watching Starship Troopers, and you can watch it if you want." It's pretty much.
I mean, that's one way to get someone to watch something.
Yeah, I think in terms of like movies and stuff like that, I like the James Bond movies a lot. And I mean, GoldenEye growing up was like my favorite movie. But as I guess,
I don't know if I had a dream or if we had a discussion last night at the birthday. But are they like doing a new James Bond movie?
So it's all a bit up in the air, and I was going to look into this a little bit more because I was reading articles about this. But because James Bond is done by MGM, which I believe is owned by Amazon now, because they were going bankrupt. I don't know if anyone ever noticed. There's the more you look into it, the weirder it sort of gets. But James Bond is a very expensive movie to make, but they refuse to make it any other way. Like they always a big budget, on location, all that sort of stuff. So the way that they pay for the movies is they just fucking product placement to the sky. So cars, watches, fucking suits. I think it's Quantum of Solace. It's like, hey, hold on a second. I'm getting a phone call on my Sony phone. Hang on, let me look this up on my Sony laptop and use the Sony camera real quick. Like that's how they paid for those movies because they were so fucking broke. MGM was so broke trying to make these films and get them out. So James Bond's done. Spoiler if you haven't watched if you haven't seen the latest James Bond movie, just put your fingers in your ears for like 1 minute. If you don't care, then listen. All right, James Bond has a child and gets killed in the latest movie. All right, and I personally I think it's great.
You serious?
Yeah, he dies. He dies, and it brings back all the characters and all the loose ends of the previous movies. Then they literally go fucking 80% speed run. Let's tie everything off as we can. And then at the end, he's at the big fucking evil lair on this island that's making this super anthrax or something to come kill the planet. And like the only way we can do this is we got to nuke it. But the only way we can nuke it is someone opens the fucking bomb shelter, and then he opens the bomb shelter and he's about to get away, and then the bad guy closes the bomb shelter. He's like, "Fuck, I have to go back, but I'm not going to make it out if I go back." And then he goes back, and yeah, there's more to it. Like it's really well done. But basically, he gets nuked at the end of the movie, and then he's got a girlfriend and a child in that movie as well. But it wraps up the Daniel Craig era of Bond movies completely. It's done. Like there's no reason to go back to that film. So what I would like to see, that's the other thing as well, is that they consider him dead at the end of the previous movie, so that in this movie, so he's no longer a 00 agent. So they actually have a new 007 in the new movie. So he's already replaced. It's a lot. No. It's a girl who fucking kicks ass. She just runs around beating the crap out of everyone. So like they definitely left. Like there's obviously that there was a lot of ideas in this movie. Like they're like, hey, we can carry on with this character as 007 and do this or stuff. But it really feels like they just fucking tied it all off in the end and said that's done. It's all good, which is fine. What I'd like to see and what the fan, the common fan sort of theory around it is reboot it, bit more grittier, bit more modern. Idris Elba as James Bond. That's probably number one, I think. The other one is Tom Hiddleston as well as James Bond, which I know some people would be a big fan of, but I like Idris Elba. I think he'd make a fucking great Bond. And
well, my dad should play James Bond.
Oh man,
that would be hectic, bro. That's how you get butts in seats. Trust me.
Yeah, but like it's when you think about it, I mean, I think there's a new Mission Impossible that's been like in development hell for now, thanks to COVID and Tom Cruise. But like, there's not really much big spy action kind of stuff happening at the moment. Where it was it was a big thing for a while. But I don't know. It's the thing for me. Daniel Craig, when they announced Daniel Craig as Bond and that they were rebooting it, doing Casino Royale, which had been made before, by the way, as a made-for-TV movie. It was just so bad that they didn't put it in canon. When they said they were making Casino Royale and they were doing Daniel Craig, everyone went, "No, that's shit. Bring us back, fucking Pierce Brosnan." Have you watched? Who here has watched? I think it was Die Another Day, the Madonna one, the James Bond movie with the Madonna in it.
No.
Bro, that's how I don't watch movies, so I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Okay, good. Garbage. The worst garbage in the worst of worst garbage I've ever watched. It was laughable. Like, I remember being in the cinema and people laughing like it was a skit comedy. That's how it was ridiculous. And then people like, when they announced Daniel Craig's coming back, everyone's like, "Oh no, bring us back Pierce Brosnan." I'm like, "Fuck no, don't do that." And it came out. It's all gritty. It's all great. It's like the books. Bond actually bleeds. He never bleeds in any other fucking movie of the other 20 whatever movies there was. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like and like I said, I'm not sure where the property lands now. I think it's still owned by MGM, but I think technically now that's controlled by Amazon. I don't know if they might turn around and make it into a fucking Netflix series. Who knows at this point? Or Amazon Prime. Just don't fucking know. There's so much movement around in TV and shit at the moment. It's kind of wild. So like Netflix is having a time, a bad time.
Oh my god, they my favorite show on Netflix. They just released the 3rd season. Y'all should watch it. I think you'll like it. It's called Love, Death, Robots.
Yeah, I watched the first season while I had COVID.
Yeah, people talk very highly about it. I've seen clips on TikTok.
They just released the 3rd season a couple of days ago, so I'm so keen to watch it.
It's very different.
I love it so much. Yeah. It's such a good show.
It's good. They're banking very hard on that being their show until when's there's a new Stranger Things in like a week or two, I think. I
don't watch Stranger Things.
You don't watch Stranger Things? I like Stranger Things.
I don't watch anything. Literally the only show I watch other than wrestling is Love, Death, Robots, but I'm only going to watch that because it just came out, and I'm rewatching all the old Simpsons episodes on Disney.
I didn't enjoy Stranger Things past season 1. But it is coming out soon.
But you know why though? Why it got a bit weird. It's like season 1 was like, "Hey, we got this new thing," and they're like, "Okay, we'll give you a chance." And then when they went back with a dump truck full of money and said, "Yes, more please," that went well. They wrote like 5 seasons, so it was no longer a fully contained, self-contained thing. They were like planting seeds to be paid off in 3 seasons time.
Yeah.
So I think there's 2 more seasons left. That's it. Sure. That's cool. You still have to watch what's the John Cena show? You have to watch that though.
Peacemaker.
You gotta watch Peacemaker, man.
You know what? I was telling someone about it. Oh fuck, who was I telling? Oh, the Samsung rep at work.
Yeah.
So the Samsung rep like loves this type of stuff, and I was like, "Oh yeah, have you seen Peacemaker?" He's like, "No, I've heard some good things about it. Have you?" And I'm like, I haven't seen it, but I do a podcast with my mates, and they say it's like the greatest thing ever. You got to watch it. Like, I was gearing him up to watch it. He goes, "Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll let you know." So I'll probably end up seeing him not tomorrow, Monday, maybe next Monday, and I'll see if he watched it. But honestly, I don't have time to watch it. The last 2 weeks has just been crazy for me.
As long as you know about it, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. You got to be, you got to support for Cena, man. You got to give Cena.
Yeah, it's a John Cena, bro. I got to do it.
Man, I fucking
when him go back.
There was this clip. I think it's from some show or whatever. But there's this clip where it's The Rock and he's like ringing up this fan, and then the fan's like, "Oh, is that you, Vin Diesel?" Fucking killed me. It's like, "No, it's Dwayne Johnson here." It's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, on Saturday Night Live, or am I tripping out?
No, I don't know what it was on. It might have been funny. Speaking of fucking, I put up in the podcast topics. For those who don't know, Australia has a new prime minister. We no longer have a Scomo. We have an Albo.
That's right, and we have. Oh no, you're in Melbourne. We have our third chair here is the Greens.
Yeah, I mean Melbourne's Green. Yeah.
Oh really? Use the Greens as well. Okay.
Yeah. With Melbourne, yeah, basically, I think the third, because Queensland's got a green seat now as well. I think
they got like their fucking main seats green, bro.
Yeah, I mean Melbourne. Yeah, it's there's a lot to be said about the whole election. But the high level thing is everyone was fucking sick of what we had, and everyone went for something different, basically.
Bro, it was like 72%, wasn't it?
But then all the fucking independents that are all being voted in as well. Anyway, the thing that was funny to me was I'm like, okay, well, excellent. It's great to change is always good, really, for fucking particularly the way it's been. Like, have something, a lot of change like that means that maybe we'll get something fucking happen for once. But the thing that got funny was that there was the Stephen Colbert show in the US late night show, and he fucking made in his monologue, he was like, "Yo, have you heard about this Scomo guy? He's the prime minister," and he had to come out and publicly announce that he didn't shit his pants in McDonald's. And I'm like, oh man, that's how everyone sees us. And then he goes, that's not even the worst part. They're in an election right now, and he thought the best way he could show off his skills is by tackling a child. I'm like, oh my god! For those who don't know, and this, I saw this thing pop up. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like,
I hadn't even heard of it. I just saw the clip. What the hell?
You haven't heard about the tackling?
No, I didn't. And
oh my god!
Saw the clip. That was pretty.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. This is good. Hold that thought. Don't look at any further into it. All right. So I saw this thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is Scomo doing tackling a child? I'm like, this is a grown ass man. Why is he playing rugby with children? It wasn't rugby. It was soccer.
So why was he tackling? That makes it more confusing.
It was under 10 soccer.
He like fully tackles the kid.
Yes.
This man cooks a raw chicken in a curry that looks like it's made out of just milk and water. He tackles a child. He publicly has to defend himself, saying that he didn't shit himself in McDonald's. And he leaves the country anytime there's a natural disaster.
And as of today...
And gets paid fucking a shit ton to do it.
And as of today, unemployed. He quit.
Oh my god! Sorry, why are you tackling someone in soccer? That's not how soccer works.
You know what? The way people see us is cooked. I saw something online actually about Joe Rogan. He's a fucking idiot. So he jumped on like fucking Twitter and found this fake tweet. You know how you have websites like The Shovel and that with fake news?
Yep.
He used one of them, and it basically said that the Australian government has decided that they will no longer let farmers grow their own crops in Australia. And he went with the story for about an hour on his podcast, talking about how Australia is the worst country. Our government won't let us farm our own crops. They locked us up in concentration camps for COVID. And I'm just like, bro, none of this happened. Like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, a similar thing happened. Again, I'm not talking shit about my hometown, but there was during the COVID lockdown stuff, and they locked down everywhere. They're like, everyone's got COVID, we're locking down Victoria, blah, 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 blah. And Mildura at the time didn't have any cases. And I think it was Chaser. Chaser did an article, which is it's mocking. It's sarcasm and mocking. And they did an article saying, fucking the state premier forgets Mildura is in Victoria, and then the fucking people in Mildura thought it was a real article, and they're like, look, they've even forgotten about us now. What the fuck? And they're like, oh man, I'm like, if like sharing Facebook posts and stuff like that, being like, I can't believe they've forgotten that we're even in Victoria anymore. Like, it's a joke, you dickheads, and you look so much dumber for believing it. Oh my god,
cunts are fucked.
Cunts are fucked.
It's at this point where we can't really even do satirical things because people take it too seriously.
Yeah, I just want to one more depressing thing, just one last thing for Scomo, because he did quit last night. He doesn't want to be, whatever.
Doesn't want to lead his party anymore at all.
Yeah, but for his stint of leading our country and doing such a fucking great job of doing that, it's roughly $200,000 a year for the rest of his life as a parliamentary pension. So
I hate that.
I'm gonna run for prime minister, bro.
I mean, we've talked about this before. It's like,
I'm gonna do it.
You don't even have to. You don't even have to get elected. You just have to get X amount of votes, and you get paid.
I just want parliamentary pension.
Parliamentary pension would be fucking sick. But yeah, it's significant. So that's why a lot of the time it might seem like they're not doing anything but they're just holding on so they can tick over that little box that says I was in Parliament long enough to get my pension, and then away they go. Heyday. So miserable. Anyway, but it's I think the thing that really cemented it for me. And I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about politics so much, but one thing I did want to say is it was they said there was a 6-week lead up to the election. And in that 6 weeks, I think the press had no fucking hope. Like, you know how they hire a team to make you look good and vote for this and all that sort of stuff? It felt like they just got all their mates to run positive articles, but it was so one-sided that everyone's like, well, that's obviously paid for and we're not going to believe that. And like, I just feel like Scomo had the worst run leading into an election possible. Like, there was nothing positive that came out in the 6 weeks. If anything, it got worse as the 6 weeks went on, like so much worse. Where Albo, I don't know fuck all about the man really, like at all. And that's the campaign started out with Scomo saying, "Hey, yeah, vote for me because you know who I am, because you don't know who he is." But I feel like that backfired really quickly because everyone's like, "Yeah, we fucking know who you are. You're a cunt." And then Albo's team just I don't know. I just felt like the marketing was so well done from one side to the other. Yeah, it's bizarre because, and you see it, like people know that the Liberal government here, they control basically the standard media, so newspapers and news outlets and stuff like that. But they don't control the internet. So you'd go, like, I would be looking on the internet and I'd see 40 TikToks saying, "Look at this, Scomo does another fuckhead thing." And then I'd go to the supermarket to get my milk and bread, and there'll be 7 papers there saying, "Scomo is our only future. We believe in this man." And I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
Murdoch.
Yeah, it's the Murdoch media is bizarre. But it's just so far. Like, it's like trying to gaslight us. And we're like, "Why are you gaslighting us, bro? Is it that bad?" It's like, stop. Just, oh my God. Anyway, it's over now, basically. They're still counting votes and stuff, but it's so over for Scomo.
We haven't even submitted our votes yet because we're mail voting. Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. Shelby learnt that we live in a predominantly green area anyway. So
this pleases me.
Wow.
That's a good thing.
Well, I used to live in was it Frydenberg? I used to live in Frydenberg town.
What the fuck is Frydenberg town?
Josh Frydenberg is
he lost his seat.
Is the Liberal guy and he's the treasurer, I think now.
He's made some awful comments about.
No, but I think he was. I think he was the treasurer.
Frydenberg.
Yeah, and then anyway, that seat has been Liberal for 10 years, and everyone loves it, and they all jerk each other off because it's a very high collar, white populated area who fucking just love it. Guy's an absolute egghead nupty, and they're like, "This guy's going to be the future PM. You watch." Vote it out. Good luck to him. To an independent, no less.
I mean, with a name like Frudenberg, bro, I don't want that guy in parliament.
There's a lot of, like, I don't want to go fucking into like niche of Melbourne-ness, but there is definitely, like, we've talked about Brunswick and Brunswick's Greens, so that tells you a lot. It's a hippie population, hippies and yuppies and all that sort of stuff. You go like not even 10 kilometers away to like Toorak or something like that. It's old money. It's all rich mansions and politicians and I don't know, all that sort of shit. And it's something about it. It's just so boring. Like, the people are boring. But yeah, I remember this long time ago. I was just moved to Melbourne and I was doing deliveries at my workplace. I had to deliver a barbecue. There's 2 delivery barbecue stories that are quite good. Right, there's one where I delivered a barbecue and I had to go to Toorak, and it was this huge house, massive house, and like the size of my apartment was the size of their entry walkway to this house. Anyway, I turned up. They'd brought this barbecue, which was a fucking $2,000 barbecue that we had to assemble, weighed 80 kilos, and then we got there and they're like, "Oh, the elevator's out of service, and I want it on my rooftop balcony." I'm like, "How many fucking floors is this?" There's a 5-story mansion, right? This bird, who would have been like, 60s, 70s, just rocks up. She's in a fucking night bloody, in a nightgown bloody bathrobe thing, never been out of, doesn't look like she's been out of a bloody bathrobe forever. We go up to this fucking rooftop balcony. It has this painting on the wall that is the size of the wall. She goes, "Oh, very careful of that. That's a $5 million original so-and-so." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I had to drag this thing up this fucking staircase, and it was a fucking nightmare. And the whole time she's just watching, and I'm like, surely you could just keep it down here until your elevator's fixed and just send up the elevator. But she's like, no, need it up there. So we dragged it all the way up the elevator and stuff like that. And yeah, anyway, so I walked away from that thinking, wow, that painting has more money than I have made in my life. Easily.
Could have fucking stole it, bro.
Yeah, and then the second one, it was the second one. I had to come in for a delivery because they're like, "Oh, we're short staffed, but we need to get this delivery out." Blah blah blah. And my boss at the time's like, "Oh, you'll love it. It's going to this place. It's just full of women. There's just so many women there. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love it." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Anyway, so they send me out in this dirty old van. It had fucking hole. It had a hole it was missing the floor on this van, so I could see the bitumen under it. That's how fucked this van was. Drive to this place, get out, and it was a nun. Like what do I call it? It was a whole building full of nuns, and it was awesome. Actually, I ended up hanging out because they're like, "Oh, do you want like scones and tea?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I do." Came out and hanged out with all these nuns while they assembled their barbecue for them. It was a great time. Adventures.
I just
yes
wanted to roll back because I found an interesting website called theyvoteforyou.org.au, and you can basically look up any politician and see how they've been voting, for you. Does anyone want to hear the things about Josh Frydenberg?
It's a scumbag, but go on.
So he's been voting against building quarantine facilities for COVID-19. He votes against ending immigration detention on Nauru.
Yep.
He voted against increasing access to the JobKeeper payment.
Yep.
Voted against increasing legal protections for LGBTI people. Voted against restrictions on gambling. Voted against supporting the Australian film and TV industry. Voted against reproductive bodily autonomy. So he's a massive pro-lifer as well. I think he's a Hillsonger.
Yeah, you don't need to say anymore. Everyone knows he's a scumbag. And he is the treasurer. I was right. So he was the one controlling our money. Good guy for that. Yeah, super religious. Basically, he is like Scomo cloned. Right, so that's why everyone was like, "This guy's just—he's got a few more years, but he'll be up there and he'll be the fucking, he'll be the leader of the BPM," is what they were saying, and it never happened. But there was a lot of interviews and stuff recently that came out, and he'd be like, "Blah blah 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 blah," and then everyone else would be like, "But you said this last time." You're like, "I know what I said," and then that would be the end of the argument. I'm like, well, then you just said a heap of stuff. We said that you're wrong. And he says, I know. And then that was the end of it. Like, you're a fucking dickhead. Get off the stage, basically, at that point, So anyway, gone. Don't worry about it. It's gone.
Gone.
Don't worry about it. It's gone. Not a problem anymore. Voted away. But yeah, so it's been a busy week. Busy week for Australia. There was some great memes and stuff like that, there's always good memes around. But I think in general, the Australian public was just like fuck.
Well, there's something I want to talk about. Have you guys been hearing much about monkeypox?
I have seen videos and I don't want to see any more.
Okay, should we talk about this or not? Because it'll sound kind of distressing considering we're still going through COVID-19.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah?
Well, hang on. Talk about it, but before you go too whack-a-mole with this, all right? COVID is a hot topic because it is a fucking pandemic, right?
Global pandemic, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So then there's a lot of people who are making news who go, oh, this thing could be something. Let's get in on it and maybe talk about it. But it may not be as bad as it sounds. It could be, but I feel like there's an element of them looking for the next story, if you get what I mean.
I get that.
Okay, good. All right, continue then. I just wanted to...
What's important to notice is about 20 hours ago, the World Health Organization held an emergency meeting about monkeypox. So monkeypox is a disease
real.
It is. It's a disease that originated, I believe, in several African countries. It has a 1 in 10 mortality rate. It related to smallpox and chickenpox, and the smallpox vaccine has some effect on monkeypox. But basically, it spread into Europe. They're not really sure how it's spreading, and they think maybe it's mutated somehow and it has a different form of spreading. And they're considering it a sexual form of monkeypox. So it's spreading through sexual contact. The thing is that cases have been detected in Victoria and Sydney now, Melbourne and Sydney, respectively.
Yeah, I did see the Sydney one where the guy is like, "Oh, I'm not feeling too well," and I went and saw the doctor, and they're like, "This could be bad," and then it's another doctor, and it's like, why are you traveling across the fucking at this day and age? Why are you getting on a plane going to other countries when you're not feeling well?
Yes,
You're not learning nothing.
And it's currently ripping through New York as well, monkeypox.
But wait, when you say ripping through, though, the case numbers aren't huge.
It's only like 80 cases, but
it's there.
Worrying.
It's still quite a bit, like for something that's so fresh to have.
They're
80
also
cases.
thinking like the numbers are higher than obviously the tally that they've got.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Yeah. But the sad thing is because of the name obviously being monkeypox, people are just making huge jokes about it, and
it's
like,
no joke. Like if you see the fucking what it actually looks like, it's fucked. Like it's lesions and stuff.
On your body and
I saw conspiracies of people saying that the vaccine caused monkeypox, and only people who have had the vax are going to get monkeypox.
Is this your street doctors telling you this shit again?
No, bro, this is Reddit/r conspiracy.
Oh God, why are you in there?
No, I only go there to just laugh at how stupid people are.
That's where he gets his material to come to the podcast and talk.
Yeah, I just go in there, look at fucking idiots who are conspiracy theories and don't have a brain, and then I just come in here and talk shit about them.
Yeah, so just something to be aware of. Don't have sex with anybody who has blisters all over them.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just fuck blokes instead.
Like I just want to.
They're specifically saying it's spreading in the gay community. So if you're a bloke, maybe.
Okay, fuck chicks instead.
No, just be careful.
Careful. Maybe if they have open sores on them and stuff like that, maybe just see a movie or something instead.
Yeah, maybe don't even see them. Just like look the other way.
Yeah, maybe look the other way. Just to put it in the context, because COVID's COVID. Like no one talks about COVID anymore, but Victoria alone yesterday had 12,000 new cases of COVID. So
yeah, we've been real bad. They're looking at probably
good.
bringing face masks back, like indoors and shit.
Yeah, it's not good.
Today was low, but fucking our average is like 13,000 a day. It's crazy.
And the flu is going around at the moment as well, really badly.
I mean, if we look at last week, there's 50,000 new cases last week.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, new cases. That's new cases. So it's fucked.
Man, I'll never forget the day we peaked when I fucking tested positive in January, and we had like 100,000 cases that day.
Yeah,
and I was like, shit, I'm part of those numbers, bro. That was just New South Wales. We had 100,000.
Yeah, that's fucked. And then straight after it, Victoria got some of that, and it's like, well, great, excellent.
That is crazy.
Right. But it is what it is. I
hope we have another lockdown.
You want another lockdown? Basically.
Fuck yeah, bro. Get paid to stay at home.
Okay, so I did the right thing, and I'm like, okay, I've had COVID, I've been kind of crook or whatever. I'll just work from home, keep everyone safe, blah, 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 right? And get a message from one of the guys that I work with, like in my business and stuff, on Friday. He's like, hey, dude, I'm working from your store going forward. Hope it's cool. I stole your monitor and stuff. I'm like, what the fuck? You don't take my I have the biggest monitor at work because the boss didn't give me a budget, so I went and got a 32-inch fucking monitor. But they stole it. And he's like, yo, and nice monitor, by the way. I'm like, motherfucker, you'll be giving me that monitor. I'm going to come back to work. I'm coming back to the office out of spite now. Give me back my monitor.
Cough on him.
I'll be like, I'm back for my monitor. No, I'm been feeling better this week. I felt really fucking on and off for like 3 weeks, but I'm like just like last night and the night before, I've had such a long ass sleep. It's just feeling better.
Meanwhile, I can't stop coughing.
Yeah, well, yeah,
it hurts.
Yeah, I'm still coughing from January.
It's to the point where, like, when I'm coughing, I feel like I'm about to pass out because I just get lightheaded.
Well, on the hindsight, not hindsight, but in like the greater picture of things, we still need to go get fucking booster shots and shit because people are getting COVID everywhere. So if you don't, if you want this to be the last time that you want to fucking cough for a month, come and get booster shots.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%. Especially got and to go to surgery in a few weeks, not too long of time.
Yeah. On a lighter note, something I really want to talk about because we've talked about it on previous podcast episodes, I think last season. But for those who don't remember the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, they brought it out and the CGI they did a trailer and the CGI was so laughably bad that the entire world went, you're joking, right? And they said, movie's delayed. And then they went and fixed it all through a lot of things and a lot of money. and they legitimately fixed it. Like, it was very bad. Like, the Hedgehog. If anyone doesn't know, just look up old Sonic the Hedgehog movie, man. The fucking the eyes and the teeth. The teeth was the big thing for a lot of people. They fucking hated it. It's just, I don't, like, no one could understand how they made that movie that bad, and no one said during the filming of, like, the CGI of that movie said, hey, that doesn't look good. But they got to the point where they, like, released a trailer and stuff like that. Anyway, they fixed it, and I've always said, hey, it would be funny if we could see the original cut. Like, I want to see the bad cut with all the shit that was like the original stuff that they obviously burnt to the ground and got rid of it. And yeah, everyone just conceded that they fixed it. We've moved on. There's been a second Sonic movie, which we've talked about. It was quite good. I enjoyed it. There's a third one. There's a TV show coming and everything. Like, they're going gangbusters. And there's this old cursed Sonic. Anyway, for some reason, and I don't fully understand why, the cursed Sonic's back. They just brought the bad one back. He shows up in, I think it's Chippendale's Rescue Rangers.
Yes.
Which
Have
is
you
a new
seen
Disney
much
movie?
about else, like what the movie's kind of about?
No, not really.
It's extremely meta and fourth wall breaking, and is it basically one of the Chippendales. I don't know which one is in 2D. The other one's in 3D. You see people from, like, multiple different films and things like that. There's a whole gag with, like, Seth Rogen and, like, 10 different Seth Rogen characters all show up at the same time. It's a very meta thing.
But
So.
at what point did they go, Cursed Sonic, let's bring back Cursed Sonic? Like, so he
Well-
rocks up and he does this whole thing, like he's like at like Comic-Con, whatever. Yeah. And he's got, like, even in why he's fully CG in the ugly Sonic way, which means that they either went back and found the old files or they just remade it badly. But then, like, it's this whole thing where he's an internet celebrity now and people would come and see him at this B-grade Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And they do this whole bit about how he has individual teeth and it's really off-putting. And I was just like, for me, all right, I looked at it and went, thank God there's someone else who wants to see more cursed Sonic. But it was very bizarre. But I guess that makes sense that they're just sort of mocking, I guess, or parroting the industry.
Yeah, it's 100% a parody movie. I'm excited to have a look at it. It's on Disney Plus at the moment.
It is on Disney Plus. I saw it there yesterday. So, but yeah, they brought back Cursed Sonic. It makes me. We are in a very weird age of media where something that is bad and costs a lot of money to fix and kind of probably ruins a few people's jobs is now a meme that can come back into another movie and they can joke about it and go, ha, look at this, he's back.
Particularly when Disney doesn't have the rights to Sonic and they actually had to, like, get permission and, like, pay for it.
Imagine getting royalties for Ugly Sonic. And that's what he's called. Everyone calls him Ugly Sonic. Like, the article is Ugly Sonic, the revival of Ugly Sonic.
The movie basically also jokes about how he can't get any work in any movies. Like, he's like an actor. And people are just like, now I feel kind of bad. Like we've ruined his career, but now he's just like a B-grade celebrity at conventions. It's pretty funny.
It's good. It's good. Like I said, I'm happy because personally, I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I want to see more cursed imagery. But the Sonic movies are great though. Yeah, it was good. We were having a conversation the other day about movies that are decent, and it's funny whenever you look up video game movies, they all score between like a 40%, 60% on IMDb, but then their like user rating is the real number on like Rotten Tomatoes, because it was I think it was Monster Hunter had like a 40%, but then it had like a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is what it deserves. It's hot garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was just gonna switch gears because we have a special request from Frog. I don't know if you saw. He asked us to review a menu of products that he's popped into the.
I've seen these products, but go on.
Okay, it's really hard to kind of describe what's going on here for the listeners. Some really questionable Burger King burgers, where I think they're cakes, but also some of them have olives and pickles in them, and ice cream and a whole fish. And
yeah,
first of all, I don't even know if I can pronounce half of these, but I think we could.
I mean, the Taunton beef is pretty straightforward.
Taunton beef, it's like a raspberry cake, right? And like beef. It's
got cake, cream, raspberries, and beef patties in amongst there.
I really want to see if we would ever consider eating one of them. Okay, no. Let's say, all right, you're stuck in like a torture dungeon or something, and the only way to get out is you have to decide to eat one of these. Which one would you eat?
I'd die.
Now, you die.
I'd eat the torte and beef because that looks like it's got beef and ice cream.
The Ender Barrels and Poms. Looks like it's got beef, chips, ice cream, and raspberry sauce and tomato
exactly what it
sauce.
looks like. I mean, I would probably eat the gherkin marmalade. It's pickles,
And just take the
beef,
gherks out.
Yeah, it's pickles, beef, and like strawberry jam. But there's also spaghetti and banane, and that looks like eggs, tomato, banana, and beef in a burger.
Okay. All right. So before we go any further, this is clearly a marketing something. Have you looked up what this is?
No, I haven't.
Okay, excellent. Don't look it up.
Okay.
It is a marketing something, all right, which actually makes sense when you hear what it is. But what do you think it is? Who are they marketing to with these products? These are, to a degree, real products.
Is this a Burger King advertisement?
This is a Burger King ad that is being run currently, or recently, I should say, catering to a particular market. What do you reckon? Just take a stab in the dark. Absolute stab.
Vegans.
Obviously not, but good go. Good guess.
Germans? I don't know, because there's a lot of it's in German.
Think more like weird. Who would like have weird taste?
Pregnant mothers.
100% pregnant mothers. You got it. This is a
Yes,
Mother's Day
cravings.
campaign from Burger King for mothers with weird cravings.
That's actually amazing. Now that I think about it, that's actually really good. Because that is 100% some weird cravings I've seen people do.
Reportedly, these foods were available in select stores for one day only on the occasion of Mother's Day. The menu was decided on the basis of a poll about pregnancy cravings posted on their social media.
Wow.
There you go.
That one that you said with the ice cream and the chips.
Oh
and
my
the raspberry
God,
sauce.
I can see what they mean. Yeah, so the basically... yeah, so it's basically they've taken suggestions from their social media and put it into actual menu items. So, for example, the person that wanted lots of gherkins on their beef and then added marmalade was an actual burger, and that's why they made it into an actual burger. So it's actually very...
It's researched.
Yeah.
Very researched.
So they went to the social media and they said, what weird cravings do you guys have when, you know, for mothers and stuff like that? And then they came back with these weird ones and they made a menu and they actually put it in select stores for one day only where you could go and get these actual burgers made.
Interesting.
So there you go.
Bananas and eggs and beef.
I'm surprised that neither of you jumped at April Fools because so many people just went, it's got to be an April Fool's joke, right?
No, I definitely have. I have friends who had some really strange cravings during their pregnancies. So, and particularly when I saw the one with the olives, I had a friend she never ate olives before she was pregnant. Not really. But when she was pregnant, that's all she wanted. And she had to be a specific brand as well. Her husband brought back a brand of olives that wasn't what she wanted. And she cried for like 2 hours until he came home with another jar. So, yeah, that's kind of, I think that was what was in the forefront of my mind is weird pregnancy cravings.
Yeah. I mean,
much better than the people who eat like things like dirt when they're pregnant.
That burger that I said I would eat
people love chips in ice cream.
So
it's like a weird craving.
Did you see that tweet? I just put it in there. It says, this one looks like if you asked a 6-year-old to combine all their favorite foods. Absolutely, because that's what I eat like a 6-year-old. So,
I mean, I as a kid, I always dipped my chips into my milkshakes.
Yeah, people do that.
I'd probably still
people do that. That's a thing, right? A lot of people do that, and I don't like it, and I hate it. But I can also, the taste is good, but also it's weird. So I don't know what to do with this information.
But if anyone's interested in looking them up, just look for the Mother's Day Burger King campaign and have a look.
Yeah, it's quite disgusting. But
yeah, especially the one with the fish in it.
Oh, but also I'm hungry now, so.
Yeah, are you pregnant?
Yes, I'm pregnant.
Congratulations, Pugget.
Are you pregnant?
Can you get pregante? Fuck, I said it wrong.
Pregante. I love that video.
You love that video. You know, you guys always talk about that video. I always jump straight to the Yahoo Answers question where the woman's like...
The Ouija board one is hectic as well.
The one where the woman's like, yo, I'm pregnant, but I'm not sure if it's mine. Anyway.
I'm done for the day. I'm going to sleep.
All right, let's wrap things up here. Thanks for listening, everybody, to the Zombies Love Bacon podcast this week. And Vince, you got new music coming?
Yeah, I got an album dropping June 24, and I've done a little cool thing now. So if y'all want to like pre-save my shit, find all my artist pages, you can just type in your any browser. You can type in moe.ocerp.au.
Moe.ocerp.au.
And it takes you to a landing page with all my links for music. And I've got the pre-save link at the very top for the new album, which is called Beamers in Gungahlin. And that's dropping on the 24th of June.
Excellent.
Oh, that's fucking sick. That is.
Yeah, it's cool, eh?
Clean.
I pay $6 a month for that link.
I like
Make sure
that.
you pre-save it, bro. So I get paid.
Oh, yeah, no, of course. Doing it right now. Click.
Do it now.
Yeah, I'm
I
doing
get
it.
paid.
Doing it right now. Shelby, where people can find stuff about you, what you're doing.
Shelby.com. Also always around on Discord. So if you join the Zombie Bacon Discord on there.
Yes, and obviously ZLBpodcast on Twitter is the best place to follow and get all the latest from what we're doing. But apart from that, Zombies LB Bacon everywhere. I've been streaming a lot lately because I've just been too tired to do anything else really. So just streaming a little bit of RP. I streamed like fucking 14 hours of 7 Days to Die yesterday by accident. Total accident.
No, that's on you, bro.
Fucking that was a baller game. It was fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so make sure you check us out everywhere that we hang out, and make sure you follow, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and tell your friends about the ZLB podcast. And we'll see you again next week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Not going to kiss him this week?
Oh,
Mwah.
Oh, so wet.
I was slope him up this week. Forgot about my kiss.
Wet.
Too wet for you at hotmail.com.
That's good. You better leave that in.
Leave it all in. Leave this in as well.
And this is fucking hell.
Bloop.